I'm gonna call the Historic Preservation Commission meeting, signage and preservation to order. We're gonna just call a roll call.
Peggy and Herman.
John Fuller.
Lou Pizek,
Liz Serling.
okay. Would somebody like to make a motion to approve the minutes from our May 21st meeting?
Make a motion to approve the minutes from the 21st meeting.
I'll second motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Right. So now we move to action new non consent agenda, and we have a review and approval of an awning design permit for the Down Under. And I think this is it up here. So, does somebody want to give us the dimensions sort of, or?
I think you've got it sketched there, don't you?
Yes, I've got it, it's 15 feet wide, and then it is 3 feet 6 inches tall. Then it slopes outward 5 feet.
Is that green the right color?
What?
It looks like it's green.
Yes,
White lettering.
that's kind of the down under colors since I started. Back in 1990 something. So it's been great. It's kind of like our colors and our shirts and everything we use. So it's kind of our theme.
Well, I see the dimensions over there, I just can't read them.
I'd make a weird argument that the color green is technically historic in the community, just due to the old Fighting Quaker mascot.
Okay.
So,
Was one of the Juneteenth.
Little piece of information I didn't know. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
yeah,
The Quakers didn't like the term
All right.
fighting Quakers.
Mhm.
That goes back a little ways. Is there any discussion on this? Any questions?
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, Liz, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just gonna mention, it seems like it overhangs a little bit. And
The reason for that is it matches the railing.
perfect.
And one of my concerns was, and the reason I'm doing this too, during the winter, it snows and ice.
Mhm.
This will make it a lot safer for people coming down the
Mhm.
steps also.
Keep the ice and snow out.
Well, and my
Yeah.
main concern, to be honest with you, we're kind of hidden.
Yeah.
We're not right on Main Street. And I'm trying to do something to create some attention towards us. You know, we did the outdoor patio, which is working out very well. I thank you for helping me with that, Em. But it's got a continuous way of people finding us.
Mhm.
We're not on Main Street. We don't have the frontage, so we got sideways.
Mhm.
So I think it's a good addition to ours.
Yeah, I was just curious how, if it's, and you answered what I was gonna ask, if it's in line with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's one of the main things we did it too,
Mhm. Awesome.
because I don't like shoveling snow.
Yeah. Not up those stairs. Mhm.
So I did have one point to bring up that, and I talked to Mike about this, I do think it would be better with 2 posts. Because it's gonna be fastened into the building, and then if wind comes up and down the street through that. It's kind of a wind tunnel between the buildings, it's gonna flex and it could, split boards and such, and also, thinking of the snow load. If there's, if there's a wet snow and a foot or so of snow on that, that's quite a bit of weight.
It slopes down.
Now it has a metal frame, the wall around it, on the back and down.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
like the.
Well, the people that design this are Cedar Rapids Awning. And they're pretty reputable. I don't think he would recommend that we did something like this if it was gonna damage, because he's done work in the store with this also. And my other concern about that is, if this building's been around for how many hundreds of years, and it's not anything that it can't hold, in my opinion.
Well, the other point is that it would be more historic to have posts, because the building has a history of having awnings. And at no time since 1871 did it have an awning without posts.
I guess well, let's put it this way, am I here to listen to the application I had? are we answering the questions in the application? Did you okay it, John, originally? There's a letter in there saying that he okayed it. So I guess I don't understand, are we going into the point where how it's gonna be constructed or the design of it?
I did agree with it. I think it's a great idea. I think it needs posts. That's my opinion.
We don't go as far into post. When we're looking at the historic signage, we're looking more for size and fit. And is it multicolored? Is it too big for the area? It's matching. I would say it's matching the current
Surrounding area.
setup. So, it'd be one thing if it was like 30 feet wide. Then that would be something we would say no to, but it's clear the 15 feet's matching here. Yeah, it overhangs a little bit, but I think if it does become a safety issue. I think what Mike brought up is important about people slipping and falling, so there's enough of that happens on Main Street. So what we review is how historic is it, does it match the historic nature of the town? Main Street may have some color changes they want to do, but all we're looking at is, does this meet the historic district?
That's what I thought, and I knew that. I was a real estate appraiser for many years though,
And we
and I
got,
worked at historical
and
houses,
as,
keeping addition.
like the design committee and that, and this committee. We don't really tell you what colors you use. If you're in the historic district, we like you to stay with a little more muted colors.
Correct.
And that's what you've got here, basically.
I tell you, Mel,
Khaki.
it's got lights underneath it, pink.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh.
Oh, that attracts attention on it.
So are you gonna, you wanna put the supports in there too?
Pardon me?
Do you wanna put those supports in there? Like,
I would like it to go, the design is the way I presented it. Yeah, I'm gonna trust the people of Cedar Rapids awning, which have done this for many years.
I know the other, like the, awning on the Heritage Museum and on John.
Have no posts.
Yeah, none of those have, and
No.
it's strong enough.
Yeah.
If the wind comes around, it can rip it, and usually it's longevity.
It'll do more damage to the awning than it will
Yeah,
structure.
and it's longevity of the canvas starting to wear out. and-
I'm just gonna rely on the Cedar Rapids awning company, which has a very good reputation. They'll stand behind their product.
Well, Lou, do you want to ask if there's anyone else in the audience who wants to speak to this?
Anybody else want to speak to this at all? Well, does somebody want to make a motion on this?
Well, I think that the size, and the appropriateness and color and so forth seem suitable to me. So I'll make a motion to approve the awning.
Okay, somebody want to second that?
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
So the motion's passed.
Thank you.
Now you have to come up with the money.
I've already done that.
So
I replaced that thermal pane window.
What'd you do?
I replaced the thermal pane window. There's two of them on the front of my building.
Oh, yeah.
And the seal had broke over a year ago. And I did get some money from this Main Street program.
Yeah, it's a matching grant.
Yeah. Yeah, but I replaced one of those quite a while back. And it was like about $1,000. Now it's 29.
Yeah.
That shows you the worth of the dollar.
Well, yeah, it's not quite what we got before, is it? Okay,
So basically, it's been approved.
thank you.
I will send this note off to Jesse, because I think you gotta go through them too, so.
I don't know what the process is, I'm gonna be honest with you. All I know is I have to come up with $2,000 before they start the work.
Yeah, that's me. I want $1,000 before we even start.
Oh, okay.
That's what they told me, you know.
Oh, well, no, they want some, I understand, money up front.
Yeah.
They gotta put the production in and start it all.
Main Street has a design committee, which I think will take a look at this.
Okay,
And I don't see any problems.
okay, thank you, Lou.
Are there any other things we need to bring up tonight, Adam?
No, there's obviously a lot going on. I can tell you a little bit about stuff going on with the city, but in terms of historic preservation. It's Dana and I who got to get together and finalize a couple things so we can move forward. On what to do with. Setting up a nonprofit, for Travelers Rest. So that's between, I guess, Dana and myself. So I would just say, I guess what's going on in the town is Cedar Johnson is 25% done. They probably won't be done until late October or late November. The most complicated part is going to be that intersection. So we're gonna like do it in phases. And there's no. Everybody will still be able to drive on it. It's just, you might be driving on a different side and you'll have to go slower. There'll be some traffic control out there. So I would just say be careful when you're at that intersection. I-80, Interstate 80. Their goal was to be done now, but they're a month out, so they will probably be done the end of August. As you guys know, Hoover Hometown Days is coming. We've been in contact with the DOT several different times. Make sure if there is an accident that happened out here today, Google is sending them the Highway 6.
Which was today.
Yes.
The
Yes.
traffic was backed up on Main Street, so I'm guessing something happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
An accident, anytime there's
Yeah.
an accident on
Yeah.
this side, they have to send it.
I can always tell it's an accident because
You have to go to a,
it gets backed up and
You have to go-
Semis coming through
you
town.
have to go to a corner with a stop sign to get
Oh.
across the street.
Yeah.
They don't wanna stop.
Yeah,
Even if there is a stop sign.
What?
I have a question relating to traffic, okay? I've noticed much greater increase in semi-traffic going up and down Downey Street. And is that just, is that intermittent? I mean, is that due to accidents or is that something that's we're to expect for an extended period of time, you know?
It's intermittent, but the fact that there are the number of accidents that are happening because of the construction is one thing. Another thing is because they have construction, there are certain semis that are hauling off dirt or concrete, and they're using Downey Street quite a bit. So, so there's a lot of things going on at once, but hopefully in the next 2 or 3 years, you know, that's pretty much a wash.
Maybe Lou can speak to this, and he's a resident of Downey Street also, not only can you,
Yeah.
here the semis going through,
Well,
you can feel the
it's
vibrations.
increased over the last few years.
Oh, I see.
And a lot of them are grain trucks. And some of them turn at the church, and then some of them go down to Main Street and turn.
I would say,
And we have cracks in our walls to attest for that every
Right.
traffic.
another important thing is the comprehensive plan study. The University of Iowa is going to be doing. One such project that we've potentially identified for them to talk about would be rerouting. Some of the truck traffic downtown. So there should be a lot of interesting surveys and questions that'll be coming out in probably September at some time, and we'll give the public notice when I have that scheduled.
Back years ago, didn't they have some plan to bring the, traffic straight up first?
Here's back.
They've tried, where the issue's been is that's partially in a floodway. So. You can't really build a road there, and then it comes down to also buying out the land and the property, so there's 3 things going on. That make it difficult, but that's one of the plans that could possibly be a plan. I don't know how doable that is, it depends on how high of a priority that is for the comprehensive plan and for council, so. I do know it's at least being discussed, so it's on their radar, it's not something they've at least forgotten or they're putting it aside, it's a constant discussion, which is good, it hasn't fallen down off the list, it's still there.
Oh, and one more thing, what about the gazebo? Is it gonna get fixed up? It's in pretty sad shape.
I know that Jesse and Main Street were working with contractor on that, and that's supposed to be done. I thought this year, if not then next year, we budgeted money to help Main Street with that.
Is that the Heritage Park itself or just the
The
gazebo?
pavilion, the gazebo,
Like a
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And then what about plans for actually doing something with the Heritage Park, like maybe? I know there were a lot of plans with that, or
We-
planting a tree or two, or.
So what we wanted to do, correct, when I first got here, we did that visioning plan, what it called for was, yes, maybe some greenery. Maybe some improvements, maybe additions onto it, like water feature. The concern is that if you go down Main Street and you're on the north side, there's still several sidewalks that aren't ADA compliant.
Yep.
And so the minute we make those ADA compliant, it's going to drain into Heritage Square. And then it would impact the money we would have spent on doing that plan. So what we're trying to do is do the Main Street corner first. In the intersection, which would be reconstruction, it would be ADA sidewalks, new water, new sewer mains. I'm projecting that could be done in the next 2 to 5 years, just depends on how fast we grow. Faster we grow, the more debt we can take on. But that's project number one, as far as I know right now today, is that's the one next in line after we get it done.
It's the intersection then.
I'm just so sort of confused, or maybe I just zoned out. I mean, what's the Main Street corner are you referring to? What we done with that? Main Street,
Where the bank is,
Main Street Downey.
Yeah.
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 So what's the plan for doing that?
So part of our, let's say, 2030. Take out a bond, what we would do is. We would have to make it into some sort of. We'd have to grade out. And make some sort of ramp, so then it's ADA compliant. So it may have to run across the building. It may have to do. Two steps where it's kind of going this way and then it's going that way, so it's ADA compliant, we may have to take out a parking spot. It just depends on that specific design that an engineer comes up with, but. It shouldn't be those steps you're walking up and down along that corner.
Well, not. Definitely not. But I mean, I don't know how. Oh, well, I guess that's for a different day, that discussion.
I was told that they kept grading Downey,
Yeah,
and that's why there was that big dip off and we have that cement
you-
wall there.
yeah, I agree with you. You look at the old pictures, the street was much higher, grade was much
To an
higher.
extent, they would raise it too, sure. So that would be part of it.
that's a big project.
Yes, it is.
One project begets another project.
How to keep people.
Keeping everybody happy, that's a big project.
Impossible. Okay, anything else, Ed?
That is it.
Okay, I'm gonna make a motion. to Adjourn. We have to.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Does that mean you seconded it, John?
Yes.
Yeah,
Indeed.
if he doesn't, I didn't.
Yeah. We had both